Murder House.
Murder House.
Or
Ah.
something, actually.
Vaguely told of Murder House.
Yes. So, who wants to catch us up? The shenanigans so far.
Like from the very beginning or just last session?
I guess it will have to be from the very beginning for Corey.
Okay, I'll see how fast I can do a recap.
I appreciate it.
Timing you.
So when we first started, we were all in the town whose name I can't remember already.
Daggerford.
Daggerford. We all washed up in Daggerford, and Daggerford told us a nearby hamlet had been attacked by wolves? Question mark. Daggerford had sent a bunch of guards to go take a look, and the guards had not returned. So they're asking us, random ass adventurers, to go take a look for them. So we were like, sure, that sounds okay. And we also ate all your free food. So we went to take a look at the town. On the way to the town, after the meeting, the mayor of Daggerford's evil vizier, questionably evil vizier, came to us and was like, hey, so even though the mayor wouldn't say it was werewolves, it's probably werewolves. Do you want me to put
Still
silver
don't
on
understand why she
He's
thinks
not
he's
evil.
so evil.
He's totally not evil.
It's just his title. His title is Evil Vizier. He's actually a real stand-up guy. He's just the title is Evil Vizier.
He's not evil, but he's
I can see where the confusion comes from.
occupies that position in the town government. Okay, so he came to us like, so the mayor wouldn't say it's werewolves, but it's probably werewolves. Do you want me to put silver on your weapons? We were like, yes, please, because that definitely sounds like werewolves. So we have silver on our weapons. We walk out to the little hamlet. On the way there, we find some creepy scarecrows. One of them attacks us. So that's bad. And we get to the hamlet, and it's completely abandoned. It's totally empty. There's some blood stains, but all the people are gone. There's no corpses.
You found one corpse.
There was one corpse. But basically all the people are gone. There's a bunch of crows watching us creepily. We decide that this is above our pay grade, so we go back to Daggerford. We report in. The mayor is still like, I'm not going to say it's werewolves, but we're all like, it's probably werewolves. So we do a little bit of research. We find out that to animate the scarecrows would probably take a very powerful wizard, which is concerning. So the mayor person sends a few people, sort of like an advanced scout, to the empty hamlet. I think we do some prep. I think at this point, this is when we meet Zero, right? Yeah, while we're getting ready, we run into a Warforged, Zero, who decides to join us. So we head back to the hamlet. There are more creepy scarecrows. They're all watching us. That's also not good. And when we get to the hamlet, fortunately, the advanced scouts are still there. They're still alive. Thank goodness. One of them had gone scouting in the forest nearby and was like, so I managed to track this big group of people where all the, hamlet people had probably been herded, but I lost the trail. And so we're like, well, okay, we're the adventurers and this is our job, so I guess we'll go take a look ourselves. And we set up a time, if we're not back within, 6 hours or something, come take a look for us. So we head out into the woods. We're following the trail. At one point, we find a weird thing stuck up in a tree. So we realize that the trail is forked. There are some wagons went one way.
Oh.
I think.
Yes.
And then but there's
you found a wineskin.
A wineskin, and it had a weird stamp on it. And so we're like, we don't recognize this insignia. This probably won't be important at all. But eventually we decide to keep following the trail, where we think all of the people have been sort of herded by their kidnappers. So we're walking and walking. We find a corpse. We find a child who had been bitten and died of the wound. We're all very sad about this, and we decide we're going to take the body back. But as we're walking back with the body, creepy fog starts to surround us, and the fog is full of wolves. So we end up fighting a bunch of wolves from the fog. Mira, I can't remember names. Why am I doing this? Okay. Mira almost dies, and we're like, wow, this is creepy. And the fog just gets thicker and thicker. But then the fog dies down, and we realize we have no idea where we are. So we've been fog napped.
And we also realized that Mira is our only healer.
Yes.
And it's real bad if I die.
And none of us have medicine.
But I did not die.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Fortunately.
So we keep walking. We're going through creepy fogland. In this place we don't recognize at all. The corpse is also gone, which is rude. We stole a corpse. But we eventually we find like this gate that has 2 statues on either side, except the statues have been decapitated, which is creepy. But we go into this. Beyond the gate is a town, and the town is like empty, except for these 2 creepy little children in front of a house, and they're like, "Oh, there's a monster in the basement. Please help us." And us being
Our parents are gone. Please get the monster.
yes, we're like, well, I guess we'll help these creepy children because their parents are gone and we don't know what to do with them. So we go into the house. We're exploring the house. We're looking for the basement. But then the fog sort of creeps in and surrounds the house. We realize the inside of the house is like a mirror dimension, something. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but the children are gone. So we're going through the house. We're finding all these weird, creepy things, like ghosts and evidence of the kids. And there's obviously mystery. Probably the most important thing is we find a secret room. In a secret room are a bunch of necromancy books, but the necromancy books are to a fake god. So we're not really sure what that's all about, but that seems also important. I think eventually we do find the secret staircase down to the basement.
Well, first we found the ghosts of the children in the attic.
Oh right, we found the ghosts of the children in the attic.
skeletons of
The skeletons of the children, and also then their ghosts.
Yes, we found both. And so we had some talks with them. They tried to make us stay in a very creepy fashion.
And there was also a weird ghost lady who was talking about a baby, and we found a weird note about like a dead baby.
Yes.
And that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So far, this house is sounding sketchy as hell.
Oh, it's real sketchy. It's real sketchy.
They're not getting I'm pretty sure their insurance is not going to pay for any of this.
You guys technically found
Airbnb
the deed.
was not as advertised.
Yeah.
2 stars.
Anyway, we found the once after we found the secret passage in the attic that goes all the way down to the basement.
Yes.
And there's undead down there, and we fought them, and it went real bad. So we went back upstairs, and we had a long rest and leveled up, and that's where we are.
Because your resident warlock did as warlocks do and made bad life choices.
Life choices.
And now she's banned from leading us anywhere.
She is banned from leading us.
Patience, unfortunately, follow the sisters.
You did find a deed to a windmill. That's something you do have on your persons.
Oh
yes. Yeah, I currently have that.
Considerably less haunted than the house is.
Yeah.
Also have a will from the parents. I forget exactly what it says, but I just have in my notes that I have a will. It
pretty much leaves everything to the children, but the children are also, unfortunately,
well, why don't the kids have a will?
They had faded away, like, in talking. Like, they, through different sorts of fits, one started crying, one had demanded that somebody stay and play with her. When you guys decided to leave, they both faded out.
Also have spellbooks, or a spellbook.
Yes. So...
But nobody's a wizard.
I mean, warlocks could probably make use of spellbooks, right?
If... well, yes. If it has spells that are ritual spells and they are a tome lock, they could copy ritual spells in. For lots of money. Because it's expensive to copy magic.
So very expensive.
But yes.
So, yeah, that's the recap. We're resting.
So that's where we are. Yola, you are no longer exhausted.
Yay.
You
I
fell
mean, I'm
asleep.
still like emotionally exhausted.
Yes.
But
Considering that,
I mean, that's
not
fair.
going to change anytime soon.
yeah.
The tiefling sisters had some interesting nightmare situations going
Really?
on last night. I did mention that last week. It's not so much horrible nightmare, but it's you wake up feeling lost, abandoned, hungry, sad. Like all that. Like you don't really remember
Sad.
the nightmare, but you wake up feeling like just like you want to cry.
Oh.
So both
I
of you
think
are not in the greatest of moods upon waking.
I figure we're probably gonna like
Yeah.
sister cuddles.
We're all kind of dead right now. Dead inside.
For understandable reasons.
But we actually
Except for
did.
Zero, who's
Didn't
just
we
Zero.
sleep? Yeah, Zero. Where did
He's
we
just
actually
an
sleep?
act.
We couldn't remember
He
our characters there.
doesn't sleep. We were sleeping, or you guys were sleeping down here. Zero was just kind of blocking the door with his body and just in his sentry mode.
So we should probably move our characters down there.
Well,
Oh, I can actually move my character now.
roll 20. Like as always, double check your sheets for any shenanigans, because roll 20 is roll 20. Also, what do you do now that you're awake?
Shall we continue where we left off yesterday?
Yes, I think that would be a good idea.
We should eat breakfast, but then
Yes, we'll
Yeah.
eat breakfast and then back down into the crypt ?
Oh yes, I keep forgetting you humans need to do that.
None of us are human. Zero, do you need biology explained to you?
Hey, give him a break.
Look
He
at
is
the
a
tail.
robot.
You know what? Actually, now that I'm saying it, you have been calling us all like small human and demon human. Okay. Or over
You're a
breakfast.
short human.
Over
That is
breakfast,
blue human.
Yolahi will explain the different species to Zero. Whether he wants it or not.
He will take notes, but it's
He
kind
looks
of ingrained
dubious.
in him currently. Basically, it's like, this is overly complicated.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be simpler to simply call you organics.
That's probably better.
suppose.
That's probably
honestly,
better.
that's more accurate than human, right?
Very
Yes,
well,
that would be
organic.
more accurate.
He closes his book.
All right. So after we have our hearty halfling breakfast. Here, sorry, I'll move myself. And I'll get rid of my little thing. All right. So can I look out the window? Can I go find a window and look out it and see if there is still
You can.
fog?
You recall that there was windows in the study.
Yes,
Yeah,
I would like to
underway.
go there.
And as far as you can tell, the fog is still there. Just gently rolling along, swirling about.
All right. Nope. There we go. In that
Yellow, he's
case,
dead.
in that case, I propose we continue our exploration of the basement. I don't think we have another option.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I forget
Yeah,
if
that'll be
all of you are here or not. I reset the like the fog because it was a big pain in the butt, and I'm just gonna reveal things as normal because of the teeny little hallways that this basement likes to have.
that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
It looks. Is it sideways? No, we did go this direct. No, yes.
This is the areas you have been to
For some
and
reason
can
it looks
see.
sideways to me. Why does it look sideways? I just do not. Okay, wait, no, I understand where I am now. I am directionally challenged. It took me a moment. I mean, I was like really confused. I was like, wait, what?
Okay, so Charity's just point in this direction and be like, this way, and start walking.
Hey!
You're not allowed
Hey.
to go in front. You're
No.
not allowed to
Just
go in
gonna
front.
reach out and grab her by the back of her like collar.
You grab her by the back. Patience is like is Patience? Yes, I am Patience. She is going to tackle her. She is literally going to jump on her back.
Wow.
Let somebody wearing armor go in front, please. I'll go in front. I volunteer.
No, I want to.
No.
Are you sure? I think
Charity,
it might be
going to
best if
ignore
I
them,
go
you're going to keep
first.
going this
I
way?
think Zero should go first, and I should go second.
Kind of.
Because Zero is the brawn, and I'm the brains. She
Zero
won't
give
say
you
that.
a look
But...
at that. Okay.
I'll bring up the rear and I'll protect our rear.
Okay.
That's what she said. Anyway.
Charity does not look happy at this chain of events.
Yolhi gives 0 fucks.
Hello.
Sorry, that was
I'm
mean.
Zero.
I didn't mean that I don't care. I mean that Yolhi doesn't care.
Yeah, I get it.
All right, lead
Yeah,
on,
his
Zero.
eyes kind of.
So once everyone's kind of like shoves her in line, Charity's just gonna like, cross her arms and stamp her foot and do like the whole like tantrumy huff kind of thing.
There.
Yeah, Zero's eyes light up again like flashlights as we're descending into the darkness.
Yes. You enter into what appear to be living quarter areas. There are
5 million ghouls.
straw pallets on the floor in little alcoves, table and chairs. Not a whole lot of anything else.
Who is living down here? Oh my god.
Are they like? Does all this stuff look like it's been used?
Not in a long time. Like it's
Oh.
I
been
assume
here.
Thank God.
whoever those ghouls were living in here.
Yeah, Zero would like to investigate around looking for anything that might be potentially dangerous or maybe a secret passage or something.
Yolhi would like to assist him.
Then roll an investigation with advantage. You're poking around. Nothing seems like much. These walls are mostly shaped clay and dirt.
And not filled with ghouls.
Not filled with ghouls. They're much narrower. There's not really people space in these walls. They're just sort of vaguely shaped to give like the semblance of privacy. Some of them there had been maybe at one point like shreds of like a curtain across the doors, but it's just mostly muddy and gross now.
Peculiar place.
Patience just really does not like this. She's just looking kinda. She's not liking this.
Charity is going to huffily throw herself in a chair and sulk.
She's go sit in another chair. Just because, sister.
All right.
Zero will continue on.
Let's keep going.
Come on, we gotta go. We want to stay with the people that have the big people. Big person. I think we're all smaller than.
Charity will reluctantly get up.
He is
He's not happy.
7'6".
He does not fit down here. He is
Yeah.
hunched over,
Wrapped.
and his shoulders are scraping along, kind of walking a little catty corner to make it go faster. But that down here is not a good place for him.
Oh
Oh no.
There is a well in the center of this area, and
Oh, a well.
same as before, there are alcoves along the sides.
We know what those alcoves are.
But the alcoves, these ones look better. Like it's less clay, and there was like stone added. There's actual beds and like chests in it. But otherwise,
That's weird.
Is there water in the well?
you look in the well, and I forget. Do you have dark vision?
I do. I do.
What you see, like down at the bottom, it kind of looks like wet stone.
Is there a bucket to try and raise?
You could look about.
I would like to look around for a bucket.
Are there any pebbles or anything around here?
You could probably it's packed dirt and clay and stuff. Zero could literally probably rip a piece of the wall out, like, cause it's not like it's sturdy and secure, but it's not like stone, you know.
All right, I'll grab like a chunk of clay or whatever, and I'm going to use one of my infusions to make it light up like my head or like my eyes, and I'm going to drop it down the well so I can actually see down there.
You drop it down the well, and as it hits, it it kind of sits for a moment, then slowly sinks into, it looks like a really thick liquid that starts to like shift and move about and crawl up the side.
Knock an arrow.
Of the it's like crawling and like seeping up the side of the well.
No.
Do I have a chance to shoot it?
No.
I am looking.
I'm
It's
ready to
not
shoot it.
the fastest, but it doesn't have a really long way to go, and it's coming up. You are welcome to shoot it. It's coming up over the like edges of the well and starting to seep to the floor, like all around the edge of it. So you could get. I'll let you have a round to attempt things.
Sacred Flame!
Eldritch Blast!
Shocking Grasp!
1 damage!
Don't grasp it! Jeez!
Okay.
You were saying...
We are
Oh my god!
Yo, he's like, this robot touches too much stuff.
Okay.
This robot is way too touchy.
I'm going to say, as you're doing this, guys, back up a little bit, because it's kind of like bubbling over the edge of the thing, and just mechanically, I can't have you in the same place as this. Blurbs out. Blurbs out of the thing.
Gelatinous cube?
Uh-oh.
Actually
It's Corey, isn't it? Corey's playing a gelatinous cube. Oh, we killed Corey.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
Bye, Corey. It was nice meeting you.
Oh my god, we like murdered
So essentially,
it.
it's gray-looking slime that's coming up over the edges of the well, plopping down. So, Molly, which one did you shoot? Or which? Because for you guys, it looks like it's just bubbling up out and like falling onto the ground. So
the closest one to me.
Okay, let me be on the right layer, and with the right tool, that would be helpful.
Don't forget your sneak attack.
Do I get sneak attack for this?
Technic, what are you using?
My sharp bow.
You're too close. You have to shoot at disadvantage.
Good point.
So I'll let you roll step back a little bit, because I had everyone else step back. Okay, what is... You definitely hit.
Okay.
Um,
But for some reason, the gray ooze is not very perturbed by being stabbed.
not particularly. It's not. It does seem to hurt it, but like as it's moving, the arrow had stuck into the well. It did hurt it. You definitely hit it. It did hurt it, but you see the the actual arrowhead, like the wooden part of the arrow disconnects from the arrowhead as it's moving along.
Okay.
But you did do a hurt. So can you roll damage for that, please?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. It
At the
says
very
6.
bottom.
Oh. It's way at the bottom of all the things. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, who next? Dexterity save. Which one is getting dexterity saved?
It would be, I think, this guy, because he's close to me. Is it a guy? I don't think guy is the right term.
It's an ooze. What is your
I think they're hermaphrodite.
Oh, there was an Eldritch Blast. I missed that, but hold on. Your it makes the dex save. Eldritch Blast hits. Which one was getting blasted? The one right in front of you?
Yeah.
It didn't like that. It did not at all like that.
Okay.
What's next? Shocking Grasp. You do
It would be
contact.
on the one right next to it.
You stick your hand in this goo, trying to grasp it. You don't you sort of. It squishes through your fingers, and while
your hand is definitely in the goo.
Yes, while you do a very good job of hurting it, it did not like that at all. When you pull your hand out, your hand is corroding away.
No!
Oh, whoops! We forgot that he's made out of metal. Whoopsie.
Your hand has severe damage to it currently.
Uh-oh.
It would technically have a -1 to its ability to hand. So like the fingers aren't moving right anymore.
I
Like
probably should have. Hold on. I probably should have mentioned I actually have a conduit because of my infusions. I now have a metal rod, which is infused magically. It's an arcane focus. So that's what actually hit it.
Is it made of metal?
It is magic and is made of metal, yes.
It's still made of metal. So it is going to start having issues.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, nope, never mind. It looks okay.
You lucked out.
I wouldn't have
Jen,
that if I wasn't level.
Your
if I was
great
level
axe,
1, I would not have that.
unfortunately, does
Oh,
not
boy.
luck out.
No.
And it is now at a -1 to penalty to damage rolls.
Wow.
Because like the edge of it is like melting and corroding away. It's not sharp anymore.
What? No. I guess it's no. Is it still silvered or not anymore?
It's probably not very helpful for it.
Oh boy.
But you did do a good chunk of damage, but it did a good chunk of damage to your weapon as well.
These things kind of suck.
Yeah. So I would like for you guys to roll initiative.
Can I murder it? It hurt my axe.
Let me pull up the actual thing. There we go.
I mean, that's the plan.
I love it when I crit and it's only 19.
It's me every time I roll dexterity for Neri.
I mean, theoretically, the ooze should probably all go
I
on
clicked on my token.
You know what? Hold on.
Clicky, clicky. Okay.
I was gonna say the gray oozes should
There.
all go together, but they mostly rolled the same. Which one are you? Let me just put a dot on it so I know that's the one not to delete.
That's the boss.
Don't delete that one. I'm gonna have because they are theoretically one giant ooze for the moment.
Can you just like stretch them?
Don't do that. It's a bad idea.
Is that everything? Yep. Okay.
What? But make it bigger? It's not. You don't want to see it bigger?
Charity.
Yes. Oh, I'm first.
Yes.
What is the range on Eldritch Blast?
If you're
Long.
too close, yes. But you will
It's
have
either 60 or
disadvantage
120.
depending on
Oh.
if you took whatever invocations, if you got those yet.
Let me check my spells real quick.
Because there's
But
that one invocation that makes it like 300 feet, so you could snipe people from 2 blocks away.
If you get that's a later on one.
Yeah.
But
There
you
is an
would
early one
have
that does 120.
yes. But you would have disadvantage being up close to where you is.
Okay. Okay, I should not use that, probably. I'm just looking at spells real quick. Refreshing my memory, because I don't remember what they all do.
He's all good.
Yeah, I did that when we started. It's like what spells did I take last time? I don't remember.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't want it to eat my staff, because I like my staff. I'm going to... So if I scoot to this square, will I provoke 1 or 2 opportunity attacks?
1.
Because this one can't do attacks of opportunity because I shucked it.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. That's my move. I'll take the opportunity attack first.
It's going to reach out with a bit of itself and just try to flap you with it.
Okay.
Flap.
That does not hit. Oh, wait, no. Okay, yeah, that hits.
12.
14? Yeah, 12 hits. That's my AC. Shoot, I forgot to cast a life false life. See, I can't remember all my new spells.
Oh my god!
Okay, so that's 14 damage. I'm at 4 hit points.
And
at least you're
part
not
of you
down.
is burning away. It hurts. It hurts.
That is very scary.
This game is really trying to kill us.
If
Anything
you wanna...
else? What
Well,
were you
okay,
heading?
I was going to attack, but hold on. But I think instead I will use my action first to cast False Life on myself, which is an invocation. To have from an invocation. So I can cast it on myself at will without using up a spell slot as a first level spell. That just gives me some temporary hit points. Let me roll that. Okay, well, I only get 5 temporary hit points, but that's better than nothing.
It's 5 more than you had a minute ago.
That is true. That like doubles how much HP I have right now. You know.
Oh god.
I'm gonna use my bonus to summon my tentacle friend. Like, where are you, tentacle friend? Like,
Your pretty purple tentacle friend still seems sick and
okay.
dead, like almost undead-ish.
Okay.
As it's
Well,
very slowly
get it
swirling
together,
around.
divine patron. Anyway, so I'm gonna cast spectral tentacle.
That hits.
That hits. I will decide that it is. I just will let it keep it as cold damage. So it whacks the thing.
It doesn't seem to mind too much. Yeah, let me just scoot it over here so I could actually touch the thing. It hurts it, but it's just like meh.
So Charity does not look too great, but then when she casts False Life on herself, there's like these sort of baby blue lights that surround her, and those represent her temporary points. Those are just like a few little wispy blue lights hanging out. And and she looks slightly better than she did before. And that's my turn.
Mira,
Okay.
it's the stuff is now oozing down the side of the well and seeping towards your feet.
I'm going to try another Sacred Flame. Right there. Not doing a lot of damage tonight.
No, but you do damage.
It's a great start.
Anything else, ma'am?
No, I think I'll stay put. I'll stay put.
0.
Zero does not like this stuff.
It's coming
He's
for
gonna-
you, 0.
He's pulling out his okay, it's basically a stun baton at this point, and sticks it in, doing shocking grasp again through his focus.
Dang.
2 in a row! Oh.
So you hit it, and this one.
Yeah, the one right in front of him.
Yep, the electricity seems to do well, as it it just kind of dries up a bit and crumbles into pieces in front of you.
Okay.
So that side of the well is
Yay!
free from grossness.
Yay!
That's the end of my turn.
This one here is going to try to whap at Patience because ow, you hit hard. You technically hurt less, but still. 18.
Uh-oh.
So it'd be 5 plus 6 points.
Jesus Christ.
5
Oh, wait.
5 smacky damage, and then you're hit, and then it pulls its like little pseudopod back into itself, and where it hit continues to burn. So your bruise turns into an actual like burn on your skin.
Oh my god.
And then this one is going to do the same to Mira, because they are one-hit wonders. 19.
A 19 hits.
Jeez.
Why are they rolling so well?
Oh my god, if you look, they only have +3.
Oh,
Yeah, but at this level, that's
that's a lot.
yeah.
True. God, I'm happy for 0.
They do not appear to be the smartest of things, so this one's going to try to lash out at the tentacle. Can the tentacle be attacked? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think it's kind of like a spiritual weapon sort of situation.
Yeah. Let me print it out.
Spectral tentacle. Yeah, it tries to smack back at the tentacle and just kind of like goes right through it.
Take that.
And that
You know
one is
what?
dead.
I get it. I understand how it feels.
Yoli.
Hi.
Hi.
Yolahi is unhappy with the situation. Can she jump up onto this desk or whatever it is?
It is a crate, and yes.
Okay.
A crate like
She's
a
now
like a trunk sort of
she's
thing.
now on the crate,
Mhm.
and she will be hitting this thing.
Mhm.
Wait, what is my disadvantage range?
What do you mean?
Like, how far away do I need to be from something?
You just need to be like a square away.
Not 5 feet. Okay. Okay. Yes, I'll hit that one then. And I have sneak attack.
Yeah, dude.
Correct.
Yes.
Excellent. Oh,
You
never
hit it.
mind.
You hit it.
Wow. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wait, what?
They're not the.
Nice. 12 damage, please.
Same thing happens before, like it hurts, but it's not terribly bad. And you see, like, you could actually hear the sizzle of the metal arrowhead until like the wooden part just falls off and just bloops into the goo.
Gross.
Anything else?
Nope, I don't have any other really options here. Oh, I guess I can, now that I have cunning action, I can dash, disengage, or hide. I guess I'll hide.
Okay.
How do I do this?
Roll a stealth.
Roll a stealth. Yay. I mean, I jumped upon a crate, so I don't know how much I can hide, but
You could hide like behind it.
yeah, I guess so.
It's not like it has eyes.
That's true.
Not a single one of you know where she went. Patience. It hurt your axe.
I don't know what to do.
He
Other than,
rages.
but it's like she like looked at her axe, just kind of horrified, and she's not sure what to do because
the edges have like pock marks in it now. It's
Is
less
that-
effective than it had been.
the only thing she can really do is hit it with her axe again.
Remember, it also hit your sister very badly.
Yes, exactly. That
And
too.
you're Bernie. You hit it. You now take another -1 to the damage,
All right.
but you do splat it enough that it starts to dissolve into gray dust on the ground.
Your poor axe, though.
It was an accident.
Charity. Or was there anything else, Patience?
Nope. I'm just making sure I know that I've hurt my axe. It's going to need to be fixed at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use my bonus to first whap it again with the tentacle.
You thwap.
This time I'm going to pick lightning damage.
And that seems more effective. It is still there.
Okay, and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast it.
Pew pew. That hits, and that's enough to... It splats and like splatters about, and some of it hits Mira, but it just kind of oozes down to the ground, unmoving now.
Rude.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Mira. Gross.
Very gross. Very gross. Let's Sacred Flame.
You're rolling really poorly for damage tonight.
I really am.
It kind of like squishes off to the side, and the flame just piffs at the floor.
I threw a match at it. Sacred match. And missed.
Anything else?
Oh my god.
No, I think that's it.
Zero.
Zero will move up and attempt to pardon me, zap with the stun baton.
It does hit. It's still in existence, though. It's a lot of it isn't moving, and it's like peeling away from the parts that have died, and is still attempting to move. Anything else, Zero?
No, that's it for Zero.
And it is going to try to whap at Zero, because you just whapped it, and ow. It's also not very intelligent by a lot, and I don't think that hits.
20 AC, no.
And Yolahi.
Hi.
Nobody here knows where you are, though they
Good.
may not be paying attention.
She attacks. Nice.
Whoa.
That timing.
I mean, all right.
The arrow blasts through it, and it just splatters all over Mira and Zero.
Oh well. Sorry, guys.
And it's now no longer moving. Some of it seems to
Alright.
have some of them seem to have gotten crusty if they were hit by too much magics.
Are we
Okay.
enforcing the damage to armor?
I assume so.
If metal was attacked,
I am wearing chainmail.
Oosh.
you got hit,
I did get hit.
so it will be a -1.
Okay, well let's see if I can figure out how to make that.
I think you can just edit your AC. You just gotta.
Yeah, just go to your cog and turn off auto. And
Oh
just
no!
do...
Apparently, I can edit the chainmail itself. That will work.
Oh, nice.
Now my AC is 17 instead of 18. God damn it!
Oh no.
Okay,
Question. Can I retrieve that last arrow?
It still went through it, so it's still going to be corroded.
Alright, never mind.
It's probably
It's okay.
more worth better to get a new one.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
good job, everybody.
Alright, who's still... Everybody's still alive?
Yes.
So gives a thumbs up.
well,
He's also
sure.
going to continue to zap these things until they are fully hardened and
Hey,
This-
Charity.
not like this.
You know what?
wanna-
I understand it.
Now
Do
that
you want
her
to hit?
great
You
HP,
all get 80 experience points. Yay!
Yay!
we forgot to put that.
So 495.
495. Does Charity want a heal?
Yes. Hold on.
She wants some charity.
You have six hit points.
Well, that puts me at a little over half health, I guess.
And I guess I will. Do we want to spend another hit?
I'm at 10. If that now.
I'm at half health, so maybe I'll just leave it for now.
Okay.
Are we? We'll. I only have 3 spell slots. Okay.
And then use hit dice.
Yeah.
Short rest for hit dice, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have a short rest?
Baby again.
I mean, there's beds.
I mean,
here,
we
so
kind of just started, didn't we?
Yeah, but we might need to take a short rest anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have yourself a breather. We shall investigate these rooms.
Yes. Actually, Zero, Yelahi will ask you if you could check to make sure that well's empty now. She doesn't want to try to jump into it, and she can't see over it, so...
He's looking over to her while he's still zapping these oozes.
I mean, take your time.
Oh.
It's cool.
It's upon inspection. The well obviously goes further down now without all these giant ooze things in the way. But
Is his light still down there?
yes, it was left behind. It's sitting on a dry ground.
Okay, so there's nothing.
It is
Much
now
down
empty.
All right. Yes, let's go ahead and investigate these rooms. And I specifically will go ahead and take a look at these chests and if they can be opened.
Charity's gonna go find a bed and lie down for like an hour.
I'll assist Yolhi, so you can roll with advantage.
So
Okay.
which room are you heading into first?
This one, I guess, the one I'm
So
already there.
I'm gonna use a hit dice.
Yeah, me too.
They're open.
Okay.
Most of it is like personal effects, like some clothes.
That's better.
But you do find some money stored away in here.
Oh,
It
good.
is
I need to.
Ooh.
11 gold pieces and 60 silver pieces in a pouch made of. It's
Human skin.
leather. Yes.
Human skin. Ah!
It's leather, but you're looking at it and you're realizing like this isn't leather. This is skin off of somebody.
So it is leather. It's just made with people.
Yes.
It's people leather. Yeah, so- I'm gonna. Okay, he will. Like that, and separate the coins from the leather pouch, and maybe she'll like She'll have a special spot. She'll have a special bag for her. I put it in my I put the money in my character sheet, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll put it in the spoopy notes too.
Okay, yeah. Maybe she has like a special part of her bag for like evidence, away from her food.
A little evidence.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a notes section that I'm not seeing?
Oh.
Spooky notes.
She's
In
not in the
Discord.
Curse of Strahd pawns, so I don't think she can
Oh,
see it.
no.
I thought I put you in there. Hold on.
Ah.
Let me fix this.
Alright, I'm going to grab something. I'll be right back.
She's
Is
speaking
it bad
in
that
it.
I noticed that earlier?
And it's just
No-
spoopy notes? How did that?
No, that's Chesh. That's not Corey.
No, I'm just not seeing. I remember a Curse of Strahd little section in Discord at one
I
point.
don't think Corey's in the Curse of Strahd.
Okay, so let me fix
Like
that.
chat. I noticed that earlier.
Rolls. Strahd. Come here. Strahd. There we go. You exist now.
There you
I
go.
exist. I have
Yay. Um,
Dear God, why did I open this up?
there
Yeah,
are
there's
two
a
other.
lot of notes in there.
Yeah.
And a giant beaky tentacle thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's a
killed
thing
that
we
last
fought.
week.
Yeah.
It went very well.
So Yolhi in particular wants to find two things other than evidence, obviously. Are there any arrows? And are there any? Is there any like bandages or medicine kits?
In these rooms?
Yes.
Nope. You do find other things that seem to be worth stuff. There is a short sword in one of them.
Okay. Short sword.
Ooh.
That does appear to have silver on it like your weapons do.
Okay. Well,
But,
we will take this.
um,
Zero actually doesn't have a silvered weapon. Is that correct? Because
no,
he wasn't there.
He made his
has.
own.
He made a
he
bunch
yeah
of
he
We
musket
silvered him.
balls.
We
Yes.
silvered him.
So
right. Okay. Well, we'll keep it in my. I'll put it in my inventory.
But it does magic anyway, so
I
silver
really
isn't a
do like
problem.
the idea of just coating Zero in silver.
I'm the most expensive robot.
So
We'll occasionally just have to polish you.
He does that himself.
rummaging, you find in another room 3 moss agates, a black leather eye patch with a cornelian sewn into it. Carnelian.
Ooh.
And an ivory hairbrush with silver bristles.
Oh.
So this actually seems like kind of more fancy stuff than I was expecting.
Yes. Like unlike the other
Interesting.
rooms, these are more decked out.
Very interesting.
The rooms themselves are better made, more square, less rough hewn and slapped together.
While she's doing all this, I'd like to talk to Patience. May I see your axe, please?
Okay, I'm I'm back.
Oh.
Say it again, so Patience can hear you.
Right, I forgot she was gone. Zero would approach Patience. May I see your axe, please?
And she just sort of like just hands it over while in tears.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
He'll sit down and his hands that also normally does his shocking grasp kind of extends out and into like little mini like tech hand
Edward
type things.
Scissorhands.
Yeah, little tinker hands, and he's going to attempt casting mending on it to try and repair it. At least a little bit, if that'll do anything.
Na-na-na-na-na-na. 1 foot in any dimension. I think like with multiple castings, you'll be able to fix that. It's a physical damage.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, we're
oh,
taking an hour, so
Can you fix? Can you do that for my chainmail? Can you
Sure.
fix my chainmail, please?
give it to me.
You
He
are
just extend.
our favorite now.
He actually starts to like just take it off you.
Oh, that's okay. I'll take it off myself. It's fine.
He looks a little confused. Okay.
I. Does anybody
Words?
else feel like their verbal language
Capacities?
is deteriorating
That has
Yes.
been me all
throughout
day.
this quarantine?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't have any to begin with.
I'm gonna pin the stuff that we have in group.
Okay.
Yes, for
Notes.
inventory. There you go. I got it. Ugh.
Sounds like a plan.
Do you want me to make a party loot?
Oh, that would be
Note?
cool.
Oh,
That would be useful.
that would be really useful.
Let me do. While you
But
guys
yeah.
have a nap.
It'll be a mix of mending and using his smith's tools to repair whatever mending can't repair, since he is proficient in smith's tools and has them on him.
Yay!
Yay.
He fixes things.
You picked a very useful character.
He defend, he repair, but most importantly, he doesn't sleep. I couldn't come out with something good for the last one.
Where is thing? Party loot.
Loots.
So everyone should be able to see the loots.
Party loot. I recognize that picture from somewhere.
Google.
There's a party loot.
It's the exact same one I used for party loot in
Yeah, no,
the
that's why.
campaign
That's
you're
why
in.
I grabbed it. I was like, I know that picture.
It's
I see your
perfect.
party loot.
It's up above character achievement or
It's the
Oh,
very,
I was
very,
looking at
very
Discord.
first.
Okay,
No.
there we go.
Well, 20, not the.
Now I see it.
Okay. So.
By the way, Patience, do you want to do some hit dice rolling while we're resting?
I think she did. So, you had a rest. You slaughtered some slimes. You found some loots. Thankfully, not in the slimes.
Oh,
What next? What do?
well, we must carry on and continue to explore.
I will lead the way.
Also, by the way, Zero did get a hug after he fixed her.
Do we wanna look at these hallways over here?
So I suspect we'll get there eventually. I mean,
Okay.
looks
Okay.
like they're connecting, or
I hope so.
Zero would have looked at Patience kind of questioningly with the hug, but continue his work. I do not understand this gesture.
You picked something I thought was destroyed forever.
She found her new
Curious.
best friend.
Yes.
Giant murder machine.
Yes.
I mean, aren't we all?
Yes.
Okay,
I guess.
so interesting. We have found some weird stuff. I'm a little perplexed by why like the crappy beds are first and then the fancy beds.
It's
Like
quite simple. When one is creating such a lair, they have the weaker underlings to get killed first in the front, and the more important people in the back. So when the underlings are getting murdered, they will hear the screams and be awakened.
do I think this sounds reasonable?
Do you think it sounds reasonable?
I mean, I guess I hadn't really thought about it as a layer, but it could be logical, yes.
I mean, in
Yoli
temp-
is just gonna be like, I don't know. I don't have anything to add to that, I guess.
I mean, there's probably lots of temples that have the acolytes sleeping in one place and then the higher ranking priests sleeping somewhere else. Even if they are dedicated to fake gods, I guess.
We haven't seen any religious
Symbols.
Stop, sir. Before you move, you get to about
Oh.
here,
Uh-oh.
and the floor gives out from under you.
Oh no!
I mean, he does weigh
A
over
lot.
300 pounds. 380 pounds to be precise.
Ugh.
And I'm just gonna roll manual dice because I don't feel like typing shit.
And Yola, silently realizes that if the really heavy guy in front of her falls, she cannot help him. So, oh well.
So
There goes Zero.
She kind of like automatically like starts to move towards him, but then she stops. Like, no, this wouldn't be a good idea.
So you are lucky that you are too big to actually fall prone in this.
He like falls a foot.
So you fall down.
He's like, just his shoulders and head are up above, and he's just kind of looking around, kind of curious.
It's 10 foot deep, so you do fall in, but it's only 5 feet long. So you kind of like sit, you land on your butt on a whole bunch of spikes. So your back end takes 12 points of damage, but you do not take the full brunt of what you could have just taken because you don't fit.
Okay,
well, all right.
bet.
So it was a good idea to have him in front.
Amazing.
I have 8 hit points now.
Oh no.
Huh.
So now you have a very large, very heavy so-and-so down in a pit.
He's just kind of looking around, kind of curious. Well,
Do we have
this is a predicament.
Are you all right?
Can you scale it? Like, go do the arm thing and just arm and leg thing and just go up?
The arm and leg thing?
She means like
Climbing?
the walking up the tower, walking up the whole thing,
Yeah.
like sideways walking.
Yeah, like Spider-Man, except you don't have to be Spider-Man because you just push against the side.
If I could get some assistance to pull me out of here, that would be much appreciated.
Patience, come here.
Yep.
Can I jump over this?
You can jump. Hold on. There's jump rules
Yes, there are jump rules, which
that
I
I
don't
can
remember
never
at all.
ever remember.
Yeah.
Jumping.
It's your strength score in feet.
but there's a difference between
Standing right and
you
running
take a
jump.
10 foot immediately before the jump. You can jump your The rule assumes that the height of your jump doesn't matter, such as a jump across the street or catch as you succeed in DC 10 strength athletic to clear like a little obstacle. So yeah, you could just boink.
Okay,
Strength
I'm gonna
score
jump
in
over.
feet.
Yes.
So I can jump 14 feet. That sounds wrong.
If you run 10 feet before you jump.
What if you don't run 10 feet before you jump?
Long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet. When you make a standing long jump, you can leave only half that distance.
So I could jump over a 5-foot square, I mean.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there is a 0 there.
Well, don't grab me while I'm jumping over you.
My arms are
Or
stuck at my sides
alternatively,
right now. I can't grab you.
I could jump on your head and then
And then
use you as a stepping stone.
push my butt into these spikes or whatever, probably
cheese
below me.
doesn't weigh that much. Okay, geez. All right, patience, assist me.
Yes.
Is that a strength?
What are you trying to do?
I guess. We're trying to
Pull?
lift Zero up.
You will give him advantage on his climb, is what you'll do.
Okay. Go for it. Climb, 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 climb.
Good.
It wasn't bad.
Sorry,
Well, I have I have a 9 in my strength.
I mean, I obviously advantage didn't do much, but you know.
So you did get out.
Be careful, there is a hole.
So
you have a 9 on your strength?
Yeah.
That says +1.
I know. I'm proficient
you have
in
your
athletics, though.
Gotcha. Sorry. Yes.
So
Okay. Can everybody get over this trap?
I could just go around.
That's where the ghouls were. Wait, patience. Take a buddy with you. Buddy system. Take the other girls.
Charity is going with her.
All right. Mira, you too.
Oh, shit. We're just going around.
And I'll come over here and like kind of anxiously wait.
Okay.
Oh, Mira's just jumping. Okay. We can't hear you if you're talking.
Oops.
So patience. When you get where you are, you start noticing down in this direction, there's like a faint glow.
Don't like that.
Charity's like, I want to see what that is.
Let's go see the glow.
Charity, no.
She's ahead of us.
All right, I'm gonna leave Charity to die. You'll hear writes down, leave Charity to die.
Charity! She runs
about
after her and
turn
tries
back.
to grab her by the
No,
horn.
no. We need to go. Let's go see what's glowing.
Y'all would never survive a horror movie.
God.
I want
At
to
least
go.
these characters.
Yay, it's the torture room. It's the Dragon Balls. We can make a wish.
Well, there's only 2 of them.
Oh, okay. How many of them are there?
There were
7.
7.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's a start, though.
This room is festooned with moldy skeletons that hang from rusty shackles against the wall. A wide alcove in the south wall contains a painted wooden statue carved in the likeness of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a voluminous black cloak, his pale left hand resting on the head of a wolf that stands next to him. In his right hand, he holds a white, glowing crystal orb.
I'm going to take the orb.
You take the orb. It gets very warm in your hands, and you feel a pulsing in it.
Oh my God!
And
you may notice that Yolohi is not in the room. This is on purpose.
What is happening with Roll20? Okay, that was my fault. Okay, so you feel a pulse in the light slowly, like, bursts out, filling this room. And you feel in your hands the orb crack in two pieces. So one half is in one hand, one half is in the other. The light is blaring for 1 second, and then you feel something fall onto the ground at your feet. So the light fades, your eyes are, you got the stars in your eyes from the light, and there's a body of what appears to be a woman in a mask laying on the ground at your feet.
So Charity's like busy like rubbing at her eyes. She's like, "What is it? What is it? Can anyone see?"
No, we cannot see Charity, says Yolhi from the doorway.
Well, I wasn't asking you. Patience, tell me what fell out of the orb.
Now, all of you in the room have this issue.
Patience like shrieked. She shrieked when the orb, oh God, it's a light. No, don't look at the light.
Especially, like, since you guys, outside of Zero's flashlight eyes, it's pitch black down here. So this was a sudden burst of light that filled this entire room.
The sun was suddenly in your eyes.
Suddenly, there was sun.
All right. Yolhi would like to check behind them to make sure that nobody's coming up to get them.
Not that you can hear or see.
Okay. Thank you.
Out of curiosity, this figure with his wolf, are there any gods or historical figures that I would recognize are being depicted here?
Roll a religiosity check. You have no idea.
Fuck!
But roll an intelligence
well, it's
real
not
quick.
Salune, so
It's not Salune, so
No.
who knows?
and it's not Beatrice.
Beyonce.
Beyonce, sorry.
Beyonce.
I don't know why Beatrice.
So, Mira, roll an intelligence check.
Me?
Yes.
I'm pretty smart.
You remember that note that you found.
The 21st night in September.
Saying something about... It was signed Strahd. And it was talking about how he thought he didn't want them to worship him.
Is this Strahd? Guys,
You don't know.
It could be Strahd.
This
However many visitors you've tortured in your dungeon.
Are they still blinded right now, or
it fades eventually.
is the body that came out moving at all?
This is a good question, actually.
Charity is gonna crouch down and poke the body. Like, excuse me. Excuse me.
And Patience is like, that body just came out of nowhere.
Yoli's just gonna watch from the. She doesn't want to come up here. She's not coming over.
Nope.
So, am I allowed to move? Am I unconscious?
Yes, you're very dazed, but there are voices around you. They're not ones you recognize.
So, dazed and confused, first things first, there is a sickle being pulled out of her belt and just kind of vaguely waved around to make everybody back the fuck off.
Don't worry, Patience already have.
That's very rude.
Well, you guys all poking me is very rude.
Well, you came out of a glowing orb.
Okay, but then she does sit up and just looks at everybody. Still with the sickle in
Okay,
hand.
wait. So he was not actually expecting on a live person. She will step into the
Same.
room a little bit.
Hello?
Yolahi is standing on skeletons.
Yeah, well, they're dead. Whatever, they don't care.
It's not like they're
Oh yeah.
There's limited
Zero
space in
kind of-
here, all right?
Zero kind of approaches and he does his usual Baymax wave. Hello, I am Zero. Who are you?
You are not my people.
I don't know what you are,
No.
organic.
Oh, good, you're not an axe murderer.
She's a sickle murderer.
Says the axe murderer.
Okay, first she's gonna look
point
over
at the
at
statue.
Yolahi,
Do you
and then
know
at
who
the sickle, and then calmly put it down.
Are you all right?
I think I'm okay. What
Can
happened?
I would like to, now that she doesn't appear to be murdering us, I would like to come up and do a medicine check on her. Not that I have medicine, but you know.
You do.
Hey!
You do
Is
a
she
good
okay?
job. She seems okay. She's dazed, maybe a little thirsty, maybe a little hungry, but otherwise.
So very hungry.
Oh, we've
How
got
did you get here? Says Yolahi while she'll get out the like flask for her to take a drink.
We were asked to come here.
Uh-oh.
By who?
Have you seen anyone else in the house?
Not exactly.
Some
Were you
we've-
asked by
They were
We've
ghosts.
seen ghosts.
what's his name?
Yeah, that.
The
So-
vizier? What is the vizier's name? I forgot.
Zell.
Zell?
He's no longer relevant, so I have forgotten.
Oh, okay. Well,
Zell.
that's what. Yes, it's Zell. Okay. Were you sent here by Zell?
We were asked to come here by a man named Stanimer.
I don't think we know Stanimer.
Does that?
No.
Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell for me, right?
Nope.
Where? Just out of curiosity, where exactly is here? As far as you know.
So I gotta go back and look at this. We were told this is Barovia, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We were. Okay. This is Barovia.
Okay. All right. We're on the same page there. Well, my name is Yolahi Vinecutter. This is these are my companions. We were brought here. We came here on the behalf of a man named Zell to investigate. Well, not investigate this place, but this is where we ended up. And you just appeared out of nowhere from a crystal.
We were attacked while we were in here. Have you seen no one else?
And by
No.
we, you
A
mean?
Kalimvor priest.
And she like kind of like motions to the skeletons, like.
No, we haven't seen anyone else living. I am Mira, a cleric of Selune.
Hello, I am Zero.
he just says it
Baymax
over
wave.
and over.
Kind of really staring at, or at least you can assume she's staring at Zero. It's really hard to tell with that mask. But she's staring, she's looking in his general direction and just not saying a word.
I am Patience. Then I really don't like being down here.
I'm Charity.
I'm Vel. I also
Vel.
do not care to be down here.
See, she understands.
I was just stabbed in the rear end.
Yeah, you kind of have you got a spiky butt. I'm sorry, buddy.
Looking back, it is very dented.
Oh no.
Are the children all right?
The children are dead.
He opens her mouth to say something, but does not get there.
Are you talking about Rose and Thorn because we found their bodies or their skeletons? They've been dead a long time.
Was I in here that long?
It must have.
Yes.
Maybe.
What's the last year that you remember?
Oh God, I don't fucking know. What year is it right now?
D&D, what year is it?
I think you could just guess a year. It doesn't really matter.
You know what? We're just gonna say whatever
The
year
year of the fruit
coordinates
bat!
with you guys.
The fruit.
It's the year of the fruit bat. Yes.
Years ago was the
Ah,
year.
good
Discord
year.
up in here.
Or can I roll to see how long ago the year of the fruit bat was?
Is there even a year of the fruit bat? I don't know.
It's a Discworld thing.
I'm rolling.
It is a Discworld thing. I'm glad somebody else got it.
How long ago was the year of the fruit bat?
Hold on 1 second, and I will tell you.
I couldn't find that in your music. Siri, what?
It's the year of the fruit bat, and werewolves should be allowed to work for the City Watch.
Appropriate. That was about 20 years ago.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay,
Oh.
Charity will tell
Who
you.
wants to tell her?
Zero will
That-
tell her immediately. No filter.
Well, it's really
you know
hard
what?
to say how she feels about this because she just kind of sits there and is probably staring at the wall, maybe, or somebody.
Why were you asked to come here?
Oh shoot, I need to pull that up again. 1 second.
Yep.
I have too many things open.
No worries.
We were told to come here and end the curse of the prince of this land.
All right, now we're getting somewhere.
Who
Here,
is
why
the
don't we go out of the creepy skeleton room and to the
That's
slightly
fair.
less creepy? Well, that's also creepy.
There are no non-creepy rooms.
We can head
Yeah,
back
that's
to
actually a
the
good point.
This whole
bedrooms.
house is just kind of creepy.
We can, yes. What here? Why don't you come with us? We'll find a place to sit and talk.
Well, she'll get up and follow.
I'm gonna
Some
take everybody.
What about
long
down here?
dead
Is it-
corpses.
no?
We're gonna look at that later. We're gonna look at that later.
Uh,
Patience.
oh my god.
Patience. Yeah, that. We're gonna go there. Where Zero was going. Zero just turns around and starts walking away. Like, okay.
Patience, grab your sister.
I grabbed sister.
Hi, Birdie.
Sulky and not be.
Isn't it past Bird's bedtime?
Birdie is in bed, but Birdie is having feelings in bed.
You know, I understand.
You guys better not be flirting again, or whatever it was that I caught you doing the other night.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I caught them trying to make a nest together. I'm like,
No.
It's just a
okay.
friendship nest, Mom. God.
It's a friendship nest.
A friendship nest.
No, like real talk. Ozzy is gender weird, and we don't know what's going on with him, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's a friendship. It's a non-binary friendship nest.
Non-binary friendship nest.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyways, let's catch up this person from years past.
Yeah, so we'll sit around, we'll check to make sure nothing is in the well again.
Oh well.
I assume.
Passing corpses of somebody long dead, passing the
Yep.
corpse of a giant snake thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that gross thingy.
Weird right now. Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to drag to a specific square and it's sending me all over the map.
You have to do it like you have to follow the walls.
The walls don't let you.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can't just drag. You have
Okay,
to
that's
do it.
It's
so
to prevent you
much.
from accidentally going into places you're not supposed to go.
It's very fancy.
Okay, can I recognize one of these ghouls?
Sure can.
Well, we're going to stop by this one then.
Uh-oh.
She's gonna stare down at it for a moment.
Oops, we're going all the way back
Just
there.
kneel down next to it and. Well, can I check to see if there's maybe any items that would have remained on it in the past 20 years, I guess?
I believe that is the one that I pinned to the wall
Yes.
with an arrow.
Unfortunately, that one is literally dangling with an arrow through the mouth out the back of the head, stuck to this wooden post like in the corner here.
Yeah, I kind of hulked out at it.
Damn.
It's like
Not
Josh,
that
just
she'll
like
say that.
hanging
She'll
wide
keep it to
open.
herself for now. I mean,
It does look wrong. Like, obviously, it was moving around, and you kind of recognize what they became.
Okay, well, she's gonna grab the little.
Because literally for you, that happened maybe 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, this sucks. But yeah, she's
who
gonna.
was he?
That was my brother.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
She's gonna grab the brooch.
Yo,
that's
he
holding
just
her cloak.
kind of nods like awkward.
Gonna say a little prayer somewhere under her breath, and
I
then
do
she's
not
gonna reach
understand
up and
this
start rummaging
concept.
through his clothes.
What is a
brother? You don't understand the concept of brother?
Just kind of stares at you.
Okay.
Blankly.
When two organics mate, sometimes they do it more than once, and then those resulting offspring are siblings.
Like me.
Pulls out his journal and starts
Yes.
writing.
like
Imagine-
Charity and Patience, or Rose and Thorn.
Imagine the person who had made you had also made someone else, and you
Oh,
were very close to
I
them.
am a large number on a large product.
Then those are your
There
brothers
are
and
a lot
sisters.
like me.
Those are your brothers and sisters, and it's very important for organics.
Huh.
We did not share a womb, but he is still my brother.
Family is different. Family is what you make it. What
Writes
are
into
you yelling
journal.
about, my love? My love, what are you yelling about?
Birdie wants in on the action. But okay.
Sarah's just looking at me like, what are you doing, Sarah?
And we're gonna rummage through the ghoul's clothes to see if there's anything of worth 20 years later.
Not particularly.
Then we are moving on.
What is the? Sorry, I'm writing the notes. What's the guy's name that brought you here? Stanimir. Stanimir. 20 years ago. And the ghoul is her brother. And what is your name?
My name is Vel.
Okay. All right. Now we're. Well, I mean, since we're here, would you be willing to look at this school and see if you recognize him?
Well, let's move over here. Now that I know how to get around the walls.
Yeah, that's the one Zero shocked to death.
It probably still smells
Ugh.
unfortunate. But this one you do not recognize.
No, she just nudges it very gently with the toe over boot, and then shakes her head and turns around and starts walking back down the hall.
Okay, well, that's good to know. All right, then let's go back to yeah, let's
Just
go back.
staring at the little this thing.
big
and then walking
worm
by.
thing with tentacles and a beak.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's fine.
Totally
There's a
fine.
hole through where its
Not
like
an
head
issue.
is.
They seem to enjoy headshots in this crypt.
I'm noticing this.
Yeah.
When things have heads. This
When they
particular slime dust situation over here, no heads.
He did not have a head, so. So yeah, check inside the well real quick. Nothing in there still?
Oh, it's just a well now.
Nope.
Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll sit down and explain to her.
Hey, where did my shoe go?
Um,
There it is. I found it. I
Oh.
dropped it.
she came here in order to
Honey, it's all right.
hear the curse of the prince. That's important. All right, so yeah, so we are here. Well, we were originally investigating near Daggerford, and then we arrived here. Currently, there is a fog outside of the house that is preventing us from going anywhere. And so we were trying to clear the basement out and see if we could find any more clues.
And have any clues been found?
Yolahi will take out the human skin pouch.
And just kind of stare at it and cock her head a little bit and be like,
Um.
I don't think she's shown that to anybody yet.
Oh yeah, probably not. Yeah, well, I found this.
Hmm.
And Charity, did you keep those books you found?
Charity
Uh,
did. Forgot the books.
Zero has the documents.
Ah, all right, Zero, please share them.
I have a will and a deed to a windmill. And some spell books. Also the armor off the dead guy.
And Mira has that letter. Unless she left it. I know she's the one that found it.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
What does Vel look like? She's carrying a weapon, correct?
she is carrying a sickle.
Okay. Is she armored?
She's not armored. She's wearing what looks like a basic tunic and trousers and a heavy cloak and her mask.
Okay.
Basically, she's just like clothed very normally.
And are you what was your job before all of this? Are you a fighter?
I was raised in a monastery.
She kind of
Sorry, temple.
she glances over at Mira and nods. Okay.
I mean, so was I. That's
Twinsies.
Twinsies.
My brothers and I were taken in by the priests of Kalimvor, and it was one of their monks that raised us.
Do I know what Kalimvor is?
Carol religion?
Yeah, I'd be kind of curious too.
He's only one of the best gods ever.
No, I don't.
Oh,
Oh boy. Well.
Mira.
Not even I know who he is.
Okay. So.
But I.
Charity has heard. Patience has heard.
Patience knows.
Why the fuck does Patience know?
Well, Kalimvor is the Lord of the Dead, and he's the one who judges the he's like the god of the dead, and he's the judge of the damned, essentially, I believe is what his name, what he's known to be.
He's the Lich King? What?
He's the judge of the damned. He is
Sorry, that's the jailer.
strictly very, very, very prejudiced against undead for their mockery of death. and his priests they have a tendency to go around healing people and saving them from what might kill them before their actual time. So,
I see.
disease or being attacked by monsters.
All right,
Probably
so-
chill with the
We're going
probably
to
fairly
make-
chill with the Raven Queen. They
Yeah.
kind of
Hang
have
out.
similar
I mean, they're
views.
very chill considering they're followers of a death god.
But like a nice death god, it sounds like, so I mean.
Kellamor's a bro.
All
Like, straight up.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're going there. This room?
Yeah.
Everyone's chilling, trading stories.
Charity's just gonna sit in a corner with her arms crossed and sulk.
Aw. But yes,
all
we were
right.
asked to come here to meet Madame Eva and talk to her about how to lift this curse.
I don't think the curse was lifted.
He will kind of nod. Yeah, I agree with that.
She's kind of scared because she's like, a curse?
Hi, Zoe. How are you?
Oh, kitty.
Oh, my fish is just zooming right now. She's got the zoomies for the last 3 hours, so.
Oh, Zoe only wanted to come over and meow at me and then walk away.
That sounds
Aw.
about right. I wanted acknowledgement, and you gave it.
That's a cat for you.
Yeah. So, Vel, we cannot guarantee your safe passage out of here, unfortunately. As I said, we are trapped as far as we know. Our only recourse seems to be to continue investigating this basement. By the way, why is there a torture dungeon in this basement? Do you know?
I am as unaware as you are.
Okay.
There are
Ah.
more skeletons there than there were when I first got here.
Oh boy!
A good sign. Good sign.
Well, at least there were
I don't
people
know
out
if that's a
there.
good sign. I mean,
Oh, it's not a good sign. It's not.
it might be a bad sign, but
The skeletons are probably the remainder of your
No!
other people who came with you.
No, Zero. No.
She was looking over confused.
No.
I mean, she doesn't seem terribly offended, but her shoulders do slump, very visibly.
Oh,
yeah, he's just gonna look awkward. All right. So anyway, so you are welcome to do as you wish. We are going to, I believe, continue exploring. Do you
I'd like
have
to
any defensive or offensive spells or anything?
I am a monk.
Very good.
What is a monk? Actually, do we know? Do we have to check?
Why would we not know what that is?
I guess we didn't know.
I mean,
guess
in
we're-
layman's terms, monks are holy folk. Like
Okay.
clerics and priests in general. You might not know the specifics of adventure monks.
Are you an adventure monk or are you?
Before we wound up here in Bavaria, we were on our way to perform funeral rites. We do travel extensively.
How
All
do you
right.
deal with opponents in combat?
She just kind of stares at Zero for a minute and then lifts up her sickle again.
I'm
That's a good argument.
yes. I'm not worried.
I can
About-
handle myself.
Yeah.
She likes to harvest.
Very well.
She's a good harvester. Don't
Yeah.
judge her. And a good mask.
Shall we continue?
That you're on their side.
Shall we continue on, or do you need a moment to rest after coming out of stasis?
That's actually a very interesting question.
Yeah, how are you? Well, you were. She
I mean, her
seemed
medicine check
okay.
came out okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm sure we have some rations that you can
Yeah.
have.
I'm
Okay.
very hungry, in fact.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
I guess I have not been paying attention to the rations. I should, right?
Mira will offer some rations.
We just sort of been fudging it.
Okay. I won't worry
Okay.
about it then.
Yeah, who cares about rations? It's like the most. That's boring.
But it's
You
only,
don't have to worry about me for
it's
that.
only
Thank you,
interesting
Mira.
when we might actually potentially starve to death because it's just
All right.
boring otherwise to track. Yeah, you
No.
cheat.
I don't even breathe.
All right. Well, actually, while you're resting, are you rolling your hit dice?
If
Since
we
you-
had enough time, that's what I
Well,
was wondering.
They're feeding her, so you have a bit of time.
Yeah.
All right.
Just needs some food in her belly and she's good to go.
Might as well top off. Basically, for his rest, he's just like his body kind of shifts 180, and it looks very weird as
Shutting
he's
down.
fixing his butt.
Like the upper
Like his
portion
torso
of his body
twitched.
just pivots.
Yes, 180, and is now working on his butt.
Yolhi will also write something down while watching him.
Oh boy. Is
We
she
got
getting-
2 note takers in this group.
Yes. Are you like plotting your new fanfic or something?
Yolhi ignores patience.
Oh, that was out of character. So I
I know. All right. All right then.
Alright,
Oh,
before everybody leaves, though, Vel is gonna look over at Charity? It's Charity, right? The blue one?
Yeah, Charity's the blue one.
Okay, she is gonna look over at Charity for like a second and be like, "You broke the orb, yes?"
Yeah.
Yeah, without a word, she's gonna walk over. Kind of awkwardly stand there for a second and then pull Charity into a big old bear hug.
aw, Charity made a
Immediately hold her
friend.
back out at arm's length, awkwardly tap her on the shoulder, and turn back around to join the others.
Yay, Charity, you made a friend. Proud of you.
Friend.
Charity just looks
So,
weirded out because, people generally aren't this nice to tieflings. Normally it's just her and her sister, so she looks like she doesn't quite know what to make of this.
Aw,
And then
I'm
she'll
nice to you.
I won't say that Yolahi's nice to you. I mean, she's not mean to you, but I don't know if I'd say nice.
Zero is very indifferent.
Boy, we are a dynamite group.
But Charity
Um,
rescued her. She has to show her gratitude.
I mean, that's totally fair. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Charity's gonna be her new BFF.
Yay!
Good, you can be in charge of her leash.
So, shall we
Okay.
continue through the room where we found this new organic, or shall we continue in the other direction?
Let's continue in that room. Actually, I'd like to investigate that room a little bit more. I was kind of distracted.
Sure.
I mean, with the blindy flashy light and everything. These walls getting in my way.
Okay, yes, I would like to investigate the statue in particular.
Okay.
I need to grab some other food because I realized that alcohol was a little bit stronger than.
Yeah.
Nice.
we're a beer.
Nice.
I literally, it's just one can of beer and it's kicking my ass right now.
Sometimes that's
Weak
how it is.
sauce.
No, it's always how it is actually. I always thought this was. Last time it did not kick my ass, and this time it is. I'm like,
So you're just a lightweight. Is that what you're
yes,
saying?
I am literally a lightweight, and that is why I play Ardbert in DWRP because he's also a fucking lightweight, and I'm like, finally.
Poor
I missed
Ardbert,
this?
100 years out of practice.
So the
Never heard of her.
investigation of the statue.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
It's a really good investigation.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
You've noticed like most of the stuff down here, like the wooden tables and the benches and stuff. They're old. They're damp. Kind of gross. Kind of got like that like film of slime, like moss on it, just from
Yeah.
being in dampness. But this is also a wooden statue, but it seems like pristine. But other than that, there's nothing special about it.
Interesting. I would like to. I will take a moment to like kind of make a sketch of the guy's face.
Mhm.
And this wolf he has, it just looks like a regular old wolf, as far as I can tell.
Yep.
Interesting.
And Vel, this is the room you came down into.
This is
from.
where we were chased, screaming and crying by that ghost.
Which ghost?
Ooh, give me 1 second.
Girl
Bouncing between
ghost?
Discord tabs.
Lady ghost?
Where'd it go? Angry, screaming ghost lady.
Screaming
Oh.
about a baby?
I don't recall.
Okay.
She was too
Well,
busy
we
killing my
did.
brother.
Ah, I see. We did meet a ghost lady. She was screaming about a baby. I assume it's the stillborn. From
Yeah.
the letter. All right. And how many more people were you with?
There was my brother. There was Leandra. And there was Master Landon.
Very good. So that was. So there's 2 unaccounted for, basically. All right.
If
I'm
they're
back.
still here,
We'll see if we can find any evidence of them. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I found out that the statue looks really nice. Like it's like not dirty, which is kind of weird.
That
it's
is
so
pretty weird.
pristine.
Let's continue on carefully.
There is a door.
It is closed. It is wooden.
I'd like
Open
to
the door, Zero.
Can we break
investigate
it?
for traps.
Oh, am I the one who investigates for traps?
I can
I
do it.
assume.
I have investigation.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Do you have
Do you want to
thieves' tools?
assist me?
Yes, I
Yes,
will
I do.
assist you.
So explain to me exactly what this looks like in this tiny little hallway. Are you sitting on his head? Like,
I mean, I feel like I could. I know the rules don't say you can stand in the same spot, but I feel like I could stand in the same spot. It wouldn't be comfortable, but you know.
Exactly.
I'll
So,
get up
checking for
close
traps.
and personal with him. I mean, whatever.
so the 2 of you, the moment each of you start poking at this door,
Traps first.
You get stuck to it.
What?
What?
You are now stuck to this door.
Well,
All right, so he has
gonna
one hand on the door, and
over
like she's
here.
kind of crouching, and she's like,
And you see in the door like a big smile appears
Oh no.
stab it.
and teeth, big
Oh,
pointy teethy smile, and I want you guys to roll initiative.
Did you do a freaking mimic door?
I think it's just part of the module, but goddamn mimics. I was just about
Oh
to
my
electrocute her too, because that's Zero's go-to. Must electrocute.
Hold on. Layers, tokens. There we go. It's on the wrong layer.
And we're supposed
One
to
day I will be
tiny
on the
little
right
hallway.
tool to do the things. I did change the token though,
Oh god.
because I like that token better.
I can't see the token, so
Yeah.
It's
maybe
under
you
you.
can reveal a bit more.
That is horrifying.
token. It's. Can you see it now?
It's still under 0.
Yeah,
I
I
see
brought
it.
it
okay.
to front. To front.
I
Well,
can
I
see.
don't
I
see
can
the
see its
butt.
chompy face.
But yes. So let me roll up.
Yeah, it's fucking dead. I'm just saying.
So
This is how you deal with mimics.
so
They
patience.
do not move fast.
You are behind everybody. You hear sudden, I'm sure, some sort of yelling. But you can't get there. These halls are 4 feet wide. There's a whole bunch of people jammed up in there. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna step back a bit because I heard something about teeth and a door. I'll sit next to our healer because our healer can heal me. And she'll just hold her great axe sort of, close to her chest. Like a security blanket.
Okay. Charity.
That's it. That's her turn.
What do, Charity?
I can't shoot through people, can I?
Not in
Probably
this
not through
situation.
0.
I mean, technically you could, but it might hurt a little bit.
Very nice.
Can and should are very different.
It's a good point.
Let
Oh
me check.
no! Don't worry about me.
What are you doing?
I just
Now I'm
bolted
worried.
myself.
Oh.
I just bolted myself.
Hmm.
But it was also on the graphic of my t-shirt, so it actually just wiped right off.
Ah, excellent.
Well, that's
Oh.
good.
Oh, adapt, overcome.
Okay.
I'm guessing that I can't summon my tentacle friend into either of these squares either.
Nope.
Oh.
They are occupied by bodies.
They
Well, we hope
sure
they're not
are.
going to become buddies.
Well, does
Kinda
not
makes
look
sense.
like there is much that I can do, but I will cast False Life on myself, just in case.
Anything else?
I don't think there's anything else I can do because I don't have. Okay, I'll move out of the way. That's it. I don't have line of sight, so there's nothing I can do. What's False Life again? 1d4 plus 4. Okay, I've 7 floaty lights around me now, and now I'm just gonna sit in a corner. I can't see, so there's nothing I can do.
There is a shitty
Oh no! Wait! Sorry.
dirt clay wall between you and everyone else.
Can I attack this patch of wall?
What? Where?
Like this wall between me and them?
Here?
Yeah, like the wall. Right.
Yes, but not with Eldritch Blast because you have to be targeting a creature.
Oh.
Oh.
Can I? Well, I'm trying to think. Oh wait, no! I can summon my tentacle and have my tentacle attack it. Okay, tentacle friend, your time has come. Tentacle friend is gonna be here and just like whap at the wall.
Okay.
Attack the wall.
Smack.
You whap the unmoving wall. Yolihi and Zero, like the wall is kind of buckling on the other side in clay and dirt is falling off on top of you.
He's just gonna suffer in silence.
It's being knocked inwards toward you. Anything else, Charity?
Yeah.
That's the end of my turn.
Yolihi, you are, if you would like, able to make a
stabby attack?
an attack. Yes, you can try to escape the sticky because you are technically grappled. You could roll to escape the grapple, but you will have disadvantage because you are affixed to it.
I'm gonna stab it.
Okay.
Do I get sneak attack?
Technically.
Awesome.
I mean,
And
I'm
I'm
right
gonna
there
stab
next
with
to
my
you.
dagger because I assume I don't really have enough room to get out my rapier. So nice,
You stab.
nice.
Stabby stab.
Double checking things. Okay. And you stab it, and it shrieks, and it doesn't feel like wood at all. It feels spongy almost, like it has give. It's
Ugh.
just like a door made of meat almost.
Yeah, like flesh. It feels like flesh. Yay! I'm gonna say bitch, and then that'll be the end of my turn.
But you stab it, and
Yes.
your dagger is in it.
Good.
And you can't pull
Oh
it
wait.
out.
Oh no! But it did damage, didn't it?
It did damage, but it's still stuck to it. So you're holding on to the dagger that is stuck. Your one hand is stuck.
Bitch increases.
Anything else?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it.
I appreciate it.
Vel, your new tiny friend and your new huge friend appear to be having a struggle. What do?
Struggle butts. We have to.
So can I actually see what's going on, like between Zero's legs or something?
A bit. You could see, like there's shifting and moving. You could get little flashes of things. You could get the idea of what's going on. That they are stuck to it. Then you hear it
And it has a
shriek
big
as it
face.
has a big mouth with a tongue on it.
Yeah.
But anything that's even her dagger appears to have become affixed.
Next very important question. Can I fire a spell off between Zero's legs?
Oh my.
That's what she said.
It'll
Is that
have
what they call it
cover.
nowadays?
It'll have like 3/4 cover, but yes. Between him
plus.
and Yolihi.
Oh, let's try and see if I can hit anything from just like
Just a
You can
hand.
also try and assist one of us. Oh, that's just
gonna
it
see
having
if I
a
actually
face.
hit it.
It doesn't move. It gets splatted, but it just kind of. It looks like you threw water at it. Like it doesn't care.
Well, fuck. Okay, she's just gonna kind of bounce out of the way now.
Oh shit!
Because that
Made the
didn't do
poison.
shit.
Oh wait, poison?
It's poison
Poison.
spray.
Yes, I misread. Well, let's try this Constitution save. I don't know why my brain. Well,
Lame.
same. Essentially.
Still bouncing out of the way because that didn't do anything. Give room for somebody that can probably do some damage.
And 0.
Zero will try and extract himself from this thing.
How are you gonna like strength pull?
It's more like he's just going to try and
Twist.
more like vibrate his arms quickly to try and shake it off of him and try and dexterously get it off.
Okay.
Like when you're like trying to like just air dry your hands by flicking or whatever, but it's like robotic. Zzz. I just saw that and god damn it.
So vibrate yourself with disadvantage. That does work. You are able to shake yourself free.
Shake your booty.
I'm guessing that's an action to do all that.
Yes, and you step back, and it will try to whap you with its tongue pod.
Oh,
Gross.
I won't look back. I'll just
Rude.
stay where I am.
Okay, so is that it?
I do not have anything for a bonus action, I believe. Nope.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it.
Mira.
Okay.
So now I'm imagining making a Warforged who is secretly a sex bot, but he doesn't remember that he was a sex bot.
Oh!
All right, that's my new character.
Who's to say that isn't his past?
I believe it. I believe
You're
it.
very much. We haven't been very curious about it.
No judgment. Anyway, I'm going to throw. I don't know, actually, maybe. Sacred Flame has not been treating me well tonight, but also I don't want to hit 0. So I can.
It wouldn't. I don't believe. It's not like an area of effect, right? It's just you
No,
throw it at a
no.
thing.
It's at a thing. Alright, so Sacred Flame, the door.
The way I think of Sacred Flame is it like bursts from the ground or from above.
How the hell did the door move?
For Mira, it is definitely from above because Moon Goddess.
And
Fair.
It
How?
How?
similar to the ooze that you were fighting earlier, it just seems to like morph itself out of the way.
It's
like
a door!
It's a Okay, think of this as a cross between a door and like The Mask from that movie. It's very cartoonishly Looney Tunes moving itself out of the way. Because
Thanks, I hate
mimics
it.
are insane.
Well,
Because mimics are not what you think they are. Ever.
No, they're worse.
so much worse.
I'm gonna take a step back. That'll be my turn.
Now it is the mimic's turn.
Oh god.
fuck.
And the mimic is going to like bend itself comically in half and try to bite at Yolahi.
I mean, you know what? I'd do the same thing, honestly. I don't blame it.
Nom!
Oh!
Yeah, that hit me.
Ooh.
And that's it though.
I have 2 hit points.
God.
Patience!
Jesus.
Someone save Tiny Friend.
Someone pick her up and move her away.
Patience.
Patience is she's hearing all this screaming and stuff, and she's just going to stay there.
You can try and pull her.
Shaking in terror. What's happening over there?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. She's just going to shake in terror and hold her axe, and that's it.
Charity.
Charity's gonna move her tentacle friend to the empty square. It's now sideways. I can't rotate it. Oh wait, here we go. I rotated it. I'm rotating. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, that does not look good.
Whoa! Oh, well.
Into a weird robot hentai.
So I'm gonna reach over their heads and whack at the door.
It will have a bit of cover from.
Oh, cover. So disadvantage.
That will definitely hit still. Like you
Alright,
managed to
that's your
get
fix.
around 0 because 0 is larger than the ceiling is tall, so
Okay.
he's filling up a lot of the room. But you
Okay.
do manage to whap it.
I'm gonna change that to lightning damage
Okay.
because I can decide on hit.
It
Nice.
did hurt. It hurt the effective amount of whapping that you gave it.
Which is only like 2 points. So that's, and then I'm gonna scoot forward. Can I Eldritch Blast?
Yes, same. It'll have
So that's, I roll at disadvantage?
No, it just has a higher AC.
Oh, okay. So, pew pew.
Nope.
Oof.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
half
watch
cover.
around 0, I aim too high, or just kind of hit the ceiling. And then I'll use the rest of my move to scoot out of the way so someone else can take a turn. And I think that's it.
Yolahi,
Sure.
you're having a bad day.
Yeah, sure am.
Again.
Yeah.
Seems to be a theme recently.
Yeah. um. Oh, I forgot I have bonus actions now. Not that that will help me a whole lot, but you know. All right. I will attempt to remove myself from the door.
Okay.
You want me to make a strength?
However she would do it. You could wriggle your way out.
Um. I think she would just pull away.
Okay. So roll an athletics.
Oh, I have athletics. Yay. Nice.
You just pull and your arm just peels away. It stings, but like you're able to like rip your hand off of it.
Nice.
And you can let go of the dagger.
Yeah, well. Oh well. So question.
Mhm.
Can I take a bonus action and then move?
Yes.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to disengage.
Mhm.
And then I will move. Was that too far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait, is mine do I go 30. Okay. Yep, fine. Good.
You're good. You live.
0. Shock it.
Zell.
There's not a whole lot I can do right now with everything crowded in the doorway.
You can
So-
walk through the tentacle.
I can walk through the tentacle.
It's spectral.
Spectral.
It's a spectral tentacle that looks very undead to you. Like it looks sickly. In that there's something.
Yeah, don't
wrong
worry.
with it.
Don't worry about that. It's cool.
I'm very worried about that tentacle.
I'm worried about my tentacle too.
I mean, it's kind of sketchy.
We can discuss this later.
No, it's very sketchy. It's not usually that sketchy. There was that one time that we did put it in a cloak and we tried to pass it off as another person, but that was like, this is even sketchier than that.
Okay, hold on.
I just made that shit up. I think that could be canon though, that we actually.
Okay, we're going to brave the spectral tentacle and try and share a space with it.
Yes, you can do that. It's
Okay,
cold,
and we're going to.
but like it's not affecting you or touching you really. Just the area
That still
feels
feels
cold.
so weird. But okay, so we are going to try and throw a dart to hit that damn thing. Around or under 0 or however the fuck.
Go for.
I did the thing.
Already did.
You did the thing and you hit the thing.
Yay! But now we're bouncing right back out.
Your dart is sticking in it.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, it can keep the fucking dart.
Anything else?
That's it. I'm done.
0.
Getting away from that weird tentacle and the weird cold feeling.
I'm going to disengage and back up.
Okay.
And I will end my turn there because that's all I can do.
Mira.
All right. Let me. I am. Well, I don't want to. Okay, I'm tired of ineffectually sacred flaming things.
You want to do something more with your life?
I want to do something more with my life.
Guiding bolt.
I could
Aren't
guide.
you tired of being nice? Don't you just want to go batshit?
Oh yeah.
On the other hand, guiding bolt. Guiding bolt is good, but also guiding bolt takes up a valuable spell slot, and maybe I should just heal Yolahi. Yeah, I should probably just heal Yolahi. I want to pop over here and have a cure wounds.
Much obliged.
And that's my turn.
Okay. I am. Okay. So. Can you throw your the words for the spectral tentacle up in the chat real quick? So I know it can't attack them, but I don't know if it says it takes up a section.
I can
Could summon a tentacle.
I can double check the.
I don't think it takes up space. That's the thing.
I can double check the official wording because
If
this
we
is like
wouldn't
one
have,
off the Unearthed Arcana.
Because I don't think it counts as like.
Where's my D&D
Because
stuff?
it can't be attacked, so I don't think it counts really as an enemy.
Yeah,
So-
let me double. I'll also check the like full wording from Unearthed Arcana
Okay,
just in case.
so this door can move
Oh god.
in a very Looney Tunes sort of using the bottom corners of its door.
No.
Stop doing that. That's weird.
Just yeah, let me scoot you really quickly over here.
Sorry.
So it can move 15. So
Oh god.
5, 10, 15.
Oh.
Here.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
It's very like it moves in a very like back and forth wobbly sort of way as it stomps forward. That's as far as it seems to be able to get, and it is going to open its maw, whip out its tongue, and try to smack Vel with it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Slap!
Yeah.
ooh,
That hits.
You are now stuck
Damn it.
to its tongue.
Gross. Gross. No, thank you.
So you are effectively grappled.
Yeah.
Gross.
don't know what you guys are talking about. It's adorable.
Minus 1 inspiration. You now have exhaustion.
Patience!
All right,
It's-
Zero will just leave.
You actually get to see what this looks like now.
The answer is to scream.
Okay.
Boy, she screams a lot.
Anything
Yeah.
else besides scream?
That's a question of does she run over to try and axe it? Is that
Please
her?
do not axe me in the process.
No, I would just run over you.
She'd have to stand on some dead things to actually do that.
Yeah, see that's kind of a thing. Like she would have to stand on that dead thing, and that's kind of terrifying.
Oh, don't be a baby.
Knees knocking, clutching your axe like a security blanket.
No, I'm rolling for it, so I don't cheat. Oh, she rolled a 2. She ain't going anywhere. Sorry.
Roll it. I'm gonna be a little bit mean here. Because this is like the third round you've stood there being scared, so I need you to roll a wisdom save to not piss yourself here, because you're clearly that afraid.
Okay.
Good luck.
Good job. There's some pee. I was gonna say roll a 10 or higher and you'll be fine. You are very afraid.
Yes. Sorry.
Charity, your sister is so scared she's peeing herself.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna whack the door from behind with my tentacle.
Flap!
Oh, whack its butt.
Smack, smack.
You just hit.
Lightning.
Hey.
For that one.
Whap.
Let's see. Should I use a spell slot on this thing? Yes, it's terrifying my sister, and I don't like. Let me see what I got in my spells. Oh no, wait, maybe I can. I can't remember my spells. I'm sorry.
just wait when there's higher levels and you have more spells.
All the spells.
Warlock life.
A whole
Eh.
2 spell slots.
Yeah.
Man,
Don't worry, you only
It
have
is
to
possible
creep in.
to amass a whole ton of spells
the
for
low
warlocks, but
level spell slots is just
Okay.
it's just killer.
Gotta get all the items of spell storing.
Let's see.
But the charge is on a short rest.
I think I can use Witch Bolt from where I am. Because it doesn't have a minimum range.
I think you should be able to.
Yeah.
Is it a spell attack? If it's an attack, then yes.
It says ranged spell attack.
Then yes, you will get disadvantage.
Oh. Advantage.
Any
If
ranged attack, you would get
this there. If I scoot back here, can I still? Do I still
Yes,
have line?
but you would get an attack of opportunity.
I'll take the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And
As you push back, the pseudopod that's stuck out and wrapped around Vel, I'll remember her name
Gross.
eventually, is going to attempt to thwack at you as well. Guess what? You're not going anywhere. The two of you are stuck to it.
Well, that
You can still take your action. It doesn't
Okay, so
take away your action, you just can't move.
that only eats into my temporary hit points.
Nice.
Well, fine. I'm still gonna use Witch Bolt on, even if I'm rolling. Because I'm mad.
I made your
Perfectly
sister
valid.
pee.
Let's do it.
You hit?
Okay, so when its tongue grabs me, Charity's gonna grab the tongue and send like a shock of light into it.
Yes.
Let me see, what does Witch Bolt look like? So basically, now there's just like a beam of crackling blue lightning.
Does it have any effects on it? I don't recall.
On hit, it takes D12 lightning damage, and on each turn for the duration, I can use my action to automatically deal that damage. So I just don't have to roll.
You don't have to cast it again. Yes, I knew it
Yeah.
did more than just shockiness.
Yeah. So now I'm just like channeling
Yes.
weirdly watery looking blue lightning into this thing. Don't ask me how it works. It just works.
That it?
That's it for my turn.
Gilly, a couple of
one
people
slot.
are getting stuck to this thing.
Yeah, I see that.
It's gross.
I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna get out my short bow since I don't have my dagger anymore. I might as well delete it, I guess. I don't know how to do that. Okay, I will. Short bow. Ugh.
Nah. You try to thread the needle, but it gets stuck on this pillar here.
Pillar guy. Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna take my bonus action to hide.
Okay. Vel.
Okay, so this sucks.
Yes, it
That
does.
seems to be an understatement.
So first, we are going to try punching the thing. That don't work.
No.
Okay, next I'm going to spend a key point to actually try and disengage.
To punch the thing again. Oh, okay.
You can't disengage. You have to use an action to pull yourself free of it because you are stuck to it physically.
Oh, okay.
Disengage is just kind of like dodging out of threat range of an enemy without
Well, in
getting
that
hit.
case, since I can't actually move, my bonus action is going to be to just hit it again. Just
You
keep
flap
punching it.
Punchy, punchy.
You're
Nice.
Punching it until it goes away.
you do hit it. It does seem to hurt. Fists are kind of stuck.
Yeah, that sucks.
Why
It's okay,
did
this
you
was
do
all as
that?
planned. That's it. No, that's my turn.
So you punch it, one smack smack, and then you realize that was probably not a good idea. As you try to retract your arms, and they're not coming with you. 0. You are not stuck.
Yes, Zero is going to step back here and just kind of apologize. Excuse me, to
Attack of
Charity.
opportunity.
Already used on Charity.
Oh yeah, you're right.
What?
Smart.
Nice.
It used its reaction already.
And he's gonna pull out Spitfire. Like,
Ugh.
it is
what?
probably best not to touch it. And he will take a shot. It'll miss.
Yep.
Oh no.
Explain what this is for
Oh.
our new friend.
It is basically a very archaic looking rifle. So
Oh.
So
Pulls it
this
out
goes
and
off,
bam.
and you're in a relatively small confined area. So there is a big, loud crack as you try
There
to
is
fire.
a lot of startled movement from Vel.
Like right behind Vel's head.
They're like putting it on her shoulder to aim it.
I mean, he said excuse me, so.
But it's still loud. He did not say there was going to be loud noises, but there was loud noises.
I know, I agree, but.
Everyone in the whole area just jumps a bit, like, oh shit.
Except for Zero. 'Cause
Anything
gun.
else?
no, that is it.
Mira.
That is all he can do.
Okay.
Help.
Should I mace it?
Yes.
Zero did say out loud, it's probably best not to touch it.
This is true. Okay, one more ineffectual sacred flame. Let's try.
I mean, that's a little better.
That's a little better. If it doesn't dodge. It dodges.
Damn it.
Ah,
Just barely.
I'm trying.
You wouldn't
Mimics are
expect it to
friggin'
be able to
cartoon
dodge.
characters. They really are.
I mean, last fight we got 4 crits, and now this.
We're gonna
Anything
die
else, ma'am?
to the door.
No, I think I will stay where I am.
Don't want to back up.
No, I'm gonna be a defense wall because I can't do anything else apparently. So I'm going to.
Okay. So Mimic is going to draw in its pseudopod tongue, and it is going to try to bite Vel because it's right in front of him.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
No.
Ew.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit, that does actually hit. Yeah, I've got no hit points right now.
Oh no.
She goes limp.
Uh-oh.
Is bleeding out of pointy, bitey bits. There was like a good chunk taken out of her shoulder there.
God, we need therapy.
So this is
after
just gonna be a thing that happens with every character I introduce to a new game.
Yeah.
In a dungeon.
dungeon.
Underground. Yes.
I mean, Neri first, and then Shava, and now Vel.
Bye,
It's
Val.
just your thing.
I did not know her well.
And that is it for Mimic. Patience.
You just saw the new girl drop like a sack of bricks.
And
Oh,
here's
Is she
God.
still attached to the mimic?
I did not add a Mimic. This Mimic was here. I just changed the token because I found a Mimic door token.
She's
Like-
so terrified that she's literally going to run forward and run screaming and attack it with her axe.
Patience, avenge me!
So where are you going?
Uh,
I lost you.
I'm going over the prone body now.
Okay.
Screaming the entire way.
Well, she's still attached to the tongue, so she's there, but like limply hanging off.
So can I not move there?
Probably not, because she's not prone technically.
Okay, well then I can't do much.
Well, you could
so-
still get to these ones.
Oh God. All right. Well, she.
This fight's been crushed by Zero.
She's gonna be next to her sister. And
For comfort.
for comfort. And Screaming going to go and hit it with her axe.
Oof.
That hits.
And I mean, it's stuck. But
It is stuck. You're gonna have to attempt to get it back. But you did make it bleed some. And it didn't like that.
Yay!
let's see, is there anything? I'm just seeing if I have anything else. Do. Oh, I'm going to do an action surge.
Okay.
Nice.
And this. And I'm going to attack again because I'm right.
You can't. You're gonna
No.
have to. You could use that to pull it out. Because it is still
I'll
stuck.
pull it out then.
So roll a strength.
That's what she said.
Sounds like more of that he said.
What?
Roll strength athletics.
Let's see which one I'm better at. I mean, okay.
Yeah, you whack it and then you just and you pull it out and it just kind of there's like a suction like pop. Everything down here is horrible. Charity.
After each fight, long rest.
Yeah, seriously. Hey, that is a legit strategy, all right?
I did warn
Whack it
y'all.
from behind.
That hits.
Okay, so that's lightning damage again. And then she's going to channel Witch Bolt. Oh, I need to set up a new thing that's just the damage for Witch Bolt. Because it's making me roll it again.
It's just a D12, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's just a 1d12.
You can make a macro.
Yeah, I'll add it. Wow. Well.
Yeah.
It's still
Yay.
one less. It doesn't look too good.
We're doing it.
We're slowly doing it.
Go team.
So Charity, what else do you want to do? Those are all your offshoot actions.
Well, no, my action. No, I'm channeling it. Is the
It is an action?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have to roll the attack again.
Cool.
But it says, I think. Let me double check. On target. You can use your action to deal an automatic 1d12 damage.
Yollahi.
Yeah. So I'm still stuck?
Yes, you have to use an action to unstuck.
Okay, well. I'll just remind myself of that and I'll just stay there.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Do it.
Shoot
You did it.
Yay.
Yeah. You hit last round, so you have advantage. You can try for the crit.
What?
You have advantage.
You're hidden, you have advantage on attack rolls against anything that
And I
can
have
see
sneak attack?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you have friends next to you.
That's rogues.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah, that's
but
rogue.
I still did 10 damage.
Yes. And it looks pretty shit, to be honest. Belle.
Okay,
Welcome to your first death saving throw of the adventure.
Okay, so I just click death save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Yollahi will also yell, drag her out of it.
That is one fail.
Fuck!
You have a piece of self that has been bitten out of you, and you're bleeding pretty poorly.
No.
Zero.
Oh my god. I hope you don't have to roll again. You can just make your twin sister on the other part of the order.
So this thing is looking pretty bad right now? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's looking kind of shite.
I did just yell, drag her away from it. If that helps.
Just gonna look over, grab the skull of the skeleton next to him, kind of do a Shakespearean pose. I knew him not at all. And he's gonna cast catapult at the skull.
Is this really the time?
Flop.
It has to make a dex save.
Cough, jeez.
I think that's the world right now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
God.
Damn.
Whoa.
Dexterous sword.
It like does one of those it sort of spins around like just the top half of itself So
But it has
like,
tongue sticking out.
yes, it does, but it's
Does
still
that even...
it's you are attached to it, and you kind of go for the ride for this. It just kind of like
Oh.
spit, like its upper half twists out of the way, so the skull just sails right by it and then snaps back forward again.
Sail.
Anything
Fun.
else, Zero?
Great damage too. Nope, that's it.
Yeah, that was amazing damage for this current session.
Too bad it didn't work.
Mira.
Okay. Let's, I am going to use my healing hands on Vel. Had to check her name because she's new. Yeah, I'm going
Not because we don't care, just
because I'm dumb and yeah.
It's late.
You can have 2 hit points.
Yippee!
You're
Yay.
not dead. You're awake. Everything hurts. You're still stuck to this weird pseudopod
Your death
tongue
saves
thing.
are reset.
Yes.
Yay!
And you're awake.
And I'm awake, but I'm still attached to the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that.
And it's turn next.
It is.
Hey,
But
if it
damn
hits
it.
you when you're down, that's 2 death save fails when it crits. So if it had hit you, you would have been dead outright. So
No,
this
it's
is
2
something.
automatic death saves. Or the automatic death fails. So yes, she would have been dead. So
Yeah, words.
luckily it is not very smart and has not noticed that there is an awake person affixed to its tongue. Well, a second awake person. He knows that there is an awake person, and that's the person he's going to try to nom.
Oh no.
No.
Nom.
That doesn't hit.
Managed to dodge out of the way. Just pull back before
thank
you
God.
get to it gets to bite you. Patience. You had removed your axe of its stuckedness. Jen, I think you may be
Oh, sorry, I like completely zoned out. What? Oh,
It's your turn.
Hit it. Kill it.
I'm going to scream and hit it.
Smash
Screaming
him
and
in the
hitting
gut.
it.
You hit.
Yay.
It is now
Yay.
stuck. But you
Well,
hit.
that's
No.
And it looks very it's bleeding ish. You can't like bits are open. It seems to be having trouble retaining the door shape. Like it is, but parts of it are starting to look melty, and it tries to like pull it back into shape, but it's not
Ugh.
entirely
Blech.
holding itself the way it had been. Anything
Blech.
else, Patience?
nope. That's pretty much it.
Charity.
Okay, well, I'm gonna whack it.
You whack
This is-
it.
Like
You
it.
whack it hard enough that it just can't hold itself together anymore, and it melts essentially.
Yay.
Hey.
It's amorphous. It just kind of like blobs down.
Yay. You defeated it.
Gross.
Yay!
It doesn't quite like continue to spread as like the oozes were doing. It has like a limit to its shape, but it doesn't have a form anymore.
Good.
Yay.
You'll
I
write
get
something.
my axe.
Oh, do I? Is it not dead yet? Oh,
It's
it is
dead. It's gooped. It is
Yay.
no longer moving.
Vel can flap back and try and catch her breath, cause what the fuck?
dead.
Val, are you alright?
The stickiness seems to fade, like let go of you as it can't hold its shape anymore.
Phew, I'm free. I'm free, y'all.
Just gonna lay there on the floor for a minute.
Now think about just to think about this for a moment. Out of character. if mimics were real, people would have them as pets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They,
No,
Yes.
they'd probably be restricted. I mean,
Yeah, but that doesn't stop.
It'd be like
every-
exotic
that's
animal.
true. Yes.
We would have a show called Mimic King at some point in the future.
What if someone bred mimics that were actually, you know,
domesticated mimics.
domestic mimics? Yeah.
I mean, you could, I guess. I mean, who knows if you could? Theoretically,
How many
you could.
mimics, like,
You know, you should be able to
They're
domesticate anything.
monstrosities.
someone.
Look,
Is there
That's-
any reason you couldn't domesticate a monstrosity?
is it?
It's
You know,
neutral. They
it's very judgmental of you, frankly. And I don't appreciate it.
I mean, monstrous is in its description.
Do they breed? If so, then there's no reason you wouldn't be able to selectively breed them to be domesticated.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, once they get up to a certain size, a smaller portion of them spawns off.
Yep.
They just come
So
in
you
a
just
spoot.
go for the portions that spawn off that don't kill you.
And don't feed them after midnight. What?
Is it canon that mimics reproduce asexually? Because shit.
That breaks
That's-
down your theories.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, we're gonna go up and just do his zapping thing again, like he did with the oozes.
How you
Make
doing,
sure
Val?
it's dead.
Does anybody have any more healing?
I have one more spell slot.
I mean,
Do
I don't.
have a potion I can use? I do not have a potion I can use.
No, we don't.
We do not have
Any
potions.
We
potions.
should probably
Um,
rest. This
There's a limit to how many times you can rest, right?
once
I
every
have-
24 hours, you can do a
Oh.
long rest.
Theoretically.
We've already done a long rest.
I mean, I do have my preserve life. I used my. Wait, is healing hands channel divinity? No, it's not. So I do have channel divinity and to preserve life.
So if we're gonna move forward, then she needs to be healed. If we're not gonna move forward, then but we haven't. It hasn't been very long since our long rest, so I would
I
assume
can-
we would not be able to long rest.
I
Well,
can heal her-
theoretically, you could take as many long rests as in a day.
Yeah.
Short rest or long rest?
Short rest. That's what I meant. But
Yes. Okay.
I mean,
Can
short
I use
rested,
hit
then we
dice
could-
during a short rest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
like the only time you can ever use hit dice.
I guess we can
I am
short rest
totally
again.
okay taking a short rest
Let's
with
short
my hit
rest. Let's short rest.
All right.
Yeah, okay, I get my action surge back, I think.
Try and tend to that little wound it left in me.
Warlock gets all the spell slots back.
I try to put down the letter Q instead of 1. That,
I'll use my other hit dice. I get that many. Oh. I'm all healed up.
So, Athy, I just want to check, what does at will mean? Like, I can just cast it whenever I want?
yeah, it becomes like a cantrip.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
have
So
to
meaning
adhere
like
to
it
the
does
cal-
it just means it doesn't take up a spell slot. Like if it's still an action, it's still an action, but like you could do it because you know it well.
Okay.
There, all better. I just have to not nearly die again.
yes.
have to self-electrocute all doors before opening.
Agreed.
Not punch the doors.
Didn't punch up this time. Investigated.
Yeah.
There is now an open portico way here. As the door is no longer a door.
Who's gonna be the first to investigate?
Not me!
Charities.
All right. Yohi will go ahead.
Zero will grab. Okay, you can't move any further, but Zero will grab Charity by the collar, pull her
Yes,
back,
not
and her-
you, not
handing her off
Charity.
to Prudence.
Not you.
Let Charities, like, wriggling away, like, let go.
Actually, that's a good question. Can I retrieve my dagger?
Yes.
And I can get my dart back.
Yay!
Does that mean I can get my dart back?
Yes.
Yay!
It has not corroded anything. It is no longer sticky. It may be kind of gross, but you can still use them.
I mean, I just wipe it off of my pants and it's fine.
It appears to be a room.
Yes, this room is the fanciest yet as can be made
Can we go through the
down
door?
here.
There are actually house
There's no more
mimics.
door there.
There are house mimics.
It's not letting me go through, though.
This is a hunter mimic.
You have to go around. You have to go through the whole.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if
Wait.
it's. Hold on, it might. I don't know how.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right. It's not.
Here, let me
Well,
get.
we'll
not-
just
I'm
circumvent
totally
cannot.
it.
gonna pretend I went through the
I
door.
can actually open the door. I didn't realize it was an actual door because it wasn't an actual
there we
door.
go.
There
I'm
we go.
screwing my way around.
There, you could go through the hole now.
Okay.
Go down the hole.
So yes, this room is one of the nicest you've seen, given where you are. There's a very nice large table that Charity is sprawled across currently. There are two high-backed chairs. There's a chandelier above the table. Two large candelabras in the corners. There's an empty clay jug on the table, and two clay flagons, but there is no liquids in them anymore.
I'm just gonna be very carefully not touching anything.
Well, this is boring. Charity's gonna head down the hallway.
No.
Zero is specifically blocking the doorway. That's why he's positioned there specifically to block Charity from
So-
moving forward.
If I have learned anything in Curse of Strahd, it's don't touch that shit.
I
But
will
my
investigate.
but I want to touch everything. Anyway, if you're investigating, I cast guidance.
Oh, I think we found a hallway.
Zero will slowly start
Yeah,
heading down
there's
the hallway.
nothing in
Checking for
particular in the room
Oh, okay.
that stands out.
All right. Well, let's continue. Yes.
There
Lead
might be
us
something down the hall.
slowly down the hallway.
Zero will reach out with his stun baton and try and zap the bed.
You know what? Fair.
You zap the bed.
Better safe
Legit.
than sorry.
Legit strat.
I zap the cupboard next to it and the chest.
Yeah.
I zapped the cupboard on the wall.
When okay, so you zap things, and nothing really happens. There's this bed is a large bed, is a very nice, sturdy wood frame bed, but the mattress on it is rotting and old. There are wardrobes. There's a foot locker at the bottom of the bed. It's most of which you could see, as in the outer corner. This seems to be the nicest area. Whoever was in here was clearly very important.
Well, we're gonna rummage through the wardrobe.
Obviously.
There are old robes,
Like
black robes, very culty looking robes.
okay.
Yeah.
What's
So this
in
is
the
where
Not
the
gonna touch those.
cult leader was.
Is there anything in the footlocker?
There's a bunch of stuff in the footlocker, actually.
Ooh.
I'm searching it for clues.
The children told us that they thought there was a monster down here. And there have been monsters, certainly. But moreover, there seems to be a whole system of, I don't know.
There
Culty,
is actually a bunch of stuff in the locker,
Ooh.
because I know she's looking through it. I just wanted to say real quick.
Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
Rummaging, there's a cloak. Like, it's a really fancy cloak.
Hold on.
There is a small wooden box unlocked box, wooden coffer containing 4 potions.
Ooh.
There's a chain
Things
shirt.
Chain shirt?
Yes. A mess
Okay.
kit.
Mess kit?
Yep.
Okay.
It looks like a bunch of random stuff that got shoved in here. A flask of alchemist's fire.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Keep that.
That could have been
Bullseye
useful about
lantern.
5 minutes ago.
What's that?
A set of thieves' tools.
Ooh.
And a spell book with a yellow leather cover.
Yellow leather.
I'm
It
opening
looks like
up the
normal
spell
leather,
book.
right?
Red leather, yellow leather.
You
red
what?
Red leather, yellow
What's in the
leather.
spell book?
You pick up the spell book, and as you lift it out of the
We should stop doing that.
you remember, like, behind you, the wall and the dirt starts falling down as something similar from before starts to try to claw its way out of the wall.
God damn
And you
it.
see similar happening over here as
Mm.
the
Where?
wall starts to open up.
I
Hold
did
on,
not
I'm on
see.
the wrong layer. As this starts to open up here.
Oh boy.
Hold on, let me reveal some shite.
I've never seen any module that's so keen to punish you for exploring.
Right?
They had fun writing this. Let's make the opposite true.
Oh god, there's 2 of them.
How heavy does the footlocker look?
Heavy, it's metal.
Oh. Can we just grab the stuff in the footlocker and run?
Well, they're coming after you, so I would roll initiative.
Yeah.
It might be kind of late for that.
I know, but we could set it up.
Where
can
are
still
we
roll
in?
initiative.
Where are we all positioned? I mean, some of us are not in the room.
Yeah.
So Charity's right in front of the footlocker,
There we go.
obviously.
You could put yourselves where you would be in the room, if you were in the room.
She's probably over here.
Knowing my character, probably this, because she's unlucky.
Yeah.
I need to roll my initiative. Not bad. Maybe I should sing it every time.
Is Mira hanging out down there?
I'm having trouble with Roll20, and I'm having trouble moving into the room. I'm gonna have to refresh. I'm gonna have to refresh before I can move into the room.
Where do you want to go in the room?
I refreshed.
Okay.
Let's go there. That looks like a good place. And then I will. I'm sorry, you have to wait for everything to load
To do
again.
the do.
It's okay.
While this is getting set up, I'm gonna go give Simba his shot. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Good plan.
Have fun? Not really. Poor Betty.
I heard was something about a shot.
Her kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Things. Gross things. At least some of you rolled well. And we can leave it as such for next week. So yeah, welcome to the game when she returns. She wandered off. But yeah, I warned you, Chris of Strahd is not nice.
It's really not.
Whole like spare character, like just in case.
if you want to, they would be here already.
Okay.
Or we could work something out. But like, I'm not out to kill you. There are entire parts of this where it's a lot more skill based than needing to fight things all the time. So it's just depending on how you approach things. I mean, this is very much a
Dungeon.
survive your way through
Mhm.
horror intro.
Survival horror. I was never really good at those games.
Yay. So I guess for now I'll stop the stream because we're not moving
Yep.
forward.
Yeah, I
But
think this is a good place to stop for tonight.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, did we get experience points for the mimic?
Oh, we did
Yes,
not.
you're gonna each get 80 XP.
Yay.
So that's
Yay.
480. No, wait, that's 475, right?
I return.
You return.
Welcome back.
How much experience was that?
We're at 575.
575.
Okay, so
575.
I am
Okay.
ending the stream here. We
Okay.
will pick up next week with all these shenanigans.